right, good afternoon and welcome to 55 Plus Live. My name is Nick England.
And I'm Leela Peg.
And today is Tuesday, March 2nd. It's March, yay!
March!
I know,
Yay!
Can you believe it's been an entire year? Oh my gosh.
Thank God.
Yes.
The year, it's been a full year. We're in a new place.
Right.
Feeling very hopeful, especially with spring right around the corner.
Yes.
The first day of spring is March 20th.
Yep. And going into Aries season.
Why do you like Aries season?
It's my, I'm an Aries, so like birthday's coming up, late March, excited.
It's your birthday, Nick!
I know.
What day is it?
In front of the cameras?
Yes.
You sure?
What day is it and how old are you going to be?
It's the 24th and I'm going to be 31.
31,
Actually,
you're
you're just going to
baby.
pretend I'm going to be turning 30 again because like the last year didn't count, right?
If it was your 30th last year, you'd have to do a redo.
I think it should just be a redo, exactly. Like celebrate the milestone. So
maybe on the 24th, you could redo the 30th, and then maybe on the 25th, you could do 31st.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a great month for you. How do you think you're gonna celebrate?
Oh, I don't know. Normally it would be with like travel or a party or something like that, but it's still not quite that time yet. But we'll see. Maybe the end of the year, maybe later this year, we'll get to the point where we can go out more and do some traveling. As more vaccines and cases drop. I'm hopeful.
Right.
I'm hopeful for 2021.
Me too. And since our we've all been working with DHS with these vaccine calls. So many people, hopefully many of you have gotten your first vaccine shot or even your second. But yeah, I think it will be a different feel for sure this March and this spring than last.
That's right.
So yay for that.
Yeah.
Other
things coming up in March. St. Patrick's Day. We'll be talking more about that on our next show, actually, but don't want to forget about it. Our next show, of course, March 16th.
Yep. So get your green outfit ready.
Right. Absolutely.
And I love St. Patrick's Day. I just think it's just a fun holiday.
Why not?
So you'll have to celebrate with us for the next show in 2 weeks.
Yeah. And of course, outdoor programs are starting back up in March, and it's National Nutrition Month.
Yep. So that's another cause for excitement and celebration is our big news is our 55 Plus Guide. It came out and registration was last week. So if you haven't registered yet, you can register. And we've got some great new programs. We have programs listed for March, April, and May. It's our first quarterly publication.
That's right.
And so lots of things to choose from. But what I think people are most excited about are our outdoor programs. So
for sure.
Warm weather and people and interaction.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Personal interaction.
Seems like we're starting to get some warm days. It's sunny today, so
yes.
Looking forward to a good spring. We've got a great show for you guys today. So are going to continue with our theme of National Nutrition Month. We'll be talking about cooking demonstration for Junior Cooperative Extension. We'll have our top 5 segment. We've also, of course, got Elizabeth with our front yard interview. It's an extra special one today. She's going to be introducing Afaq program there. And but first, before we go to all that, we're going to go to Sydney, who has the 55 Plus forecast of the upcoming programs for the next 2 weeks. Take it away, Sydney.
Thanks, Nick and Leela. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sydney, and I have your program forecast for the next 2 weeks. Let's get started. On Wednesday the 3rd, check out the program Healthy Feet at 2 p.m. Podiatrist Dr. Cardinal will discuss common foot ailments, so be sure to check that out. On Thursday the 4th, check out the program Women's Nutrition Over 50 to learn how to provide your body with the right nutrients to stay healthy and fit and active. Ending out the week on Friday the 5th, check out the program Armchair Travel. In this exciting program, explore a volcano in a Hawaiian park that is constantly growing and changing. Going into the next week, on Monday the 8th, examine the works of famous artists and their sometimes secretive techniques. This program is titled Secrets Revealed. On Tuesday the 9th, learn all about what is offered with Medicare Part B. This program is titled Medicare Preventative Services. On Wednesday the 10th, plan ahead with the program, what are different types of trusts. In this program, an elder law attorney will discuss some of the advantages to the various types of trusts that are offered. On Thursday the 11th, we're calling all movie lovers. So if you love movies, this is a program for you. We have a monthly movie discussion group. For March, the film is Hunt for Wilder People. It's a great movie that I've already seen. So make sure you stream it before you attend so you can better contribute to the discussion. Finally, closing out the next 2 weeks is Friday the 12th. Enjoy what will hopefully be warmer weather with the walking group Fast Forwards. In this walking group, it's a morning walk and it's faster paced, so be mindful of that. And the duration is typically 2 to 3 miles, and they will include some hills. So that's it for the program forecast for the next 2 weeks. And I want to kick it back to you, Nick and Leela.
Thanks, Sydney. A lot of great things happening in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We actually have so many programs happening in March, but just looking ahead to the next 2 weeks, I wanted to plug a new genealogy program. We have some other ones, also all very good. This one's a little bit different. It's with Susan Court. She's a genealogist. Probably many of you will recognize her. She's done a lot of programs at all of the centers.
Yeah, she's come to Arlington before. We really liked her. Yeah.
Right, and Aurora Hills and Langston, I know, all, talking about genealogy, and it just has expansive experience, researching and chronicling and writing even a short book about her genealogy. But she's going to be offering a genealogy discussion group twice a month. It starts March 3rd and 17th. And we'll actually be featuring her in the next show also.
That's right. Yeah. That's gonna be really exciting. I won't give away too much more, but
yes.
You have a couple other programs?
Yes. So also Coping with COVID is next Tuesday. It's March 9th. And Eileen Garvin-Akers is our volunteer moderator for that. And we're actually going to have a special guest from Virginia Copes. So I think that will be a good one to attend. And then March 11th.
Yeah, the March 11th author talk. It's Never Too Late for Love, and how U.S. embassies respond to a major crisis, which are really interesting topics.
Yeah, sure. I think so too. I think you guys will really enjoy it. The author talks are always so interesting. And then the U.S. embassies one is actually. The presenter is a former ambassador to Japan, so I think that one will be cool. The behind the scenes of the embassies.
Living here in our nation's capital, and with all of the embassies and the interesting things that go on, it's
the drama.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to tune in for that one for sure. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So coming up next, we have Elizabeth with our front yard interview. She's going to be interviewing Afaq, and we'll be talking about the little process and how nutrition fits in there. So take it away, Elizabeth.
Hello, and welcome to another segment of Front Yard Interviews. I'm here at the Arlington Food Assistance Center, and joining me today is Lily Duran, who is the Assistant Director of Client Services. Thank you, Lily, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your organization?
Yeah, so AFAC is the Arlington Food Assistance Center. We provide free groceries to anybody who lives in Arlington who can't afford to get their own groceries. And we provide things like milk and chicken and fruits and vegetables and dry goods. So it's really trying to serve healthy, nutritious, supplemental groceries to families in need.
Great. And can you tell us approximately how many people you serve in a month's time, and has this increased because of COVID?
Sure. So we're serving about 3,300 families every month. So that's
Wow.
families, not individuals. And those, that number definitely has increased. About a year ago, we were serving around 2,800 families in a month. So it's gone up quite a bit since COVID started.
And do you serve other people other than families, like seniors?
Absolutely. So when we say families, we just mean like the household unit. But we serve a lot of individuals, people who live on their own. We serve a lot of seniors. And so I think it's about 12% of our families are actually senior citizens. And about 30% are children under 18.
Great, thank you. And then, so I want to find out what can our members, our viewers who are watching today, do to help out? What kind of opportunities do you have?
We have a lot of opportunities. We've got ways for you to donate food donations to AFAC. You can donate your time by volunteering, and you can donate money on through our website. We accept monetary donations. Monetary donations help us to purchase a lot of the food that we give out, so we can make sure we always have enough for everyone. Food donations are another great supplement to the amount of food that we give out. And then volunteer time is really important. And I think about 75% of our daily volunteers are 55 plus. So they are a lot of folks who are retired or not working full time at this point. So they're coming and helping us during the day and essentially running our food distributions every day. And so volunteering is a great way, especially as more folks are getting vaccinated and they feel a little bit more comfortable to come out and help. We've got lots of volunteer opportunities, and you can find out about that afac.org, afac.org.
Okay, well, what a great organization helping our community every day. And if you can help, please check out their website and you donate in any fashion you can. Thank you guys for today's interview. Thank you for joining us. And back to you, Nick and Leila.
Great. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. All right. So, what a great interview.
I know, I
Yeah.
know. AFAC it just does such amazing work in Arlington, like especially over this past year.
Yes.
They've had just an incredibly busy year. I know the advisory committee from Aurora Hills, as many other advisory committees have done, did a donation for them. It was in 2020, but I actually went there to deliver it, and they of course were busy collecting. Long line of people lined up for meals and to shop for food, and I remember asking her if things have slowed down a little, because I think this was during the fall, and she said no, that they were not at all. If anything, it was like more. So just incredible work that they do.
Yeah, and it's and thanks, of course, to communities, and especially those in our 55 plus community that have either helped with donations or with volunteering. I know a lot of the advisory committees and just groups in our community volunteer. Even our staff is helping with deliveries for AFAC meals as well for like our Social 60 Plus Cafe participants.
That's right, I forgot about that.
So. It takes a lot of hands to get that program out, and it's just incredible the work that everyone does and that you guys put in as well. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, AFAC.
Yeah, thank you, AFAC, for sure. Great. Well, next up, again, continuing with our National Nutrition Month theme, we have a cooking demonstration from Virginia Cooperative Extension. We always love those. So.
Yep. We've got some Master Food volunteers that will be showing a heart-healthy recipe demo.
Fantastic.
So enjoy.
All right, here's what we're making today. We are making a recipe called Muhammara. This is something I really enjoy. It is a roasted red pepper dip with walnuts and some spices and herbs. It's delicious by itself, just as a dip with vegetables or pita bread. It's also lovely on a plain chicken breast or, sorry, I gotta get my hat on. Chicken breast or a piece of fish. There's so many ways that you can use this. And it's so easy to make, and you can make it with things right out of your pantry. So hang on a second, I've got to get my recipe pulled up. Okay, so we're gonna start with You can make your own roasted red pepper. It's pretty easy to do, but you can also use the ones in the jar. And so we're going to start with one whole roasted red pepper. These are good sized. They're not easy to get out of the bottle, but there we go. So my food processor, I made breadcrumbs a few minutes ago. I didn't want you all to have to listen to that. So I had some leftover sourdough bread that was starting to go stale. I figured might as well make breadcrumbs out of it. I didn't wash the food processor because I was about to use it to put breadcrumbs in it again. So why wash it? So we're going to start with some red peppers. Okay, a teaspoon of lemon juice. So I bought a lemon to do this demo the other day in my grocery pickup. And then I used it yesterday because I forgot that I had bought it for a specific purpose. So instead of lemon, we're going to use white wine vinegar. We wouldn't want to use something like cider vinegar in this because it would be a little sweeter than what we want, but a white wine vinegar is going to be fine. Okay, we're going to add a teaspoon of cumin. This is a half teaspoon, so I'm going to do it twice. A little extra cumin doesn't hurt anything. We're going to put in a teaspoon of smoked paprika. This will give it a lovely smoky flavor. I am a huge fan of smoked paprika. It's wonderful in bean dishes, in anything where you want, you know, like the flavor you might get from bacon or sausage, but you don't want to be using bacon or sausage. One of my favorites. Okay, we're going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Kosher salt, by the way, is not called kosher salt because it's kosher. It's called kosher salt because it is used for koshering things. I thought that was kind of an interesting little factoid. Okay, so we're now going to put in 4 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. These are my nice fresh breadcrumbs. And I'll stick this in the freezer when I'm done, and I'll have breadcrumbs whenever I need them. 4 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I might need to add a couple more tablespoons of breadcrumbs. Okay, pomegranate molasses. Where did that go? Sorry, still in the pantry. So pomegranate molasses, if you watch a lot of Bobby Flay cooking on TV, you'll see a lot of pomegranate molasses being used. It's a wonderful ingredient, keeps forever in your pantry. If you are watching the cooking shows, never use as much salt as they do. They way over salt everything. So we're going to put in a tablespoon of pomegranate molasses. If you don't have pomegranate molasses, you can use some balsamic vinegar. It's not going to be quite the same, but it's going to be close enough. Okay, if you want to, you can put in red pepper flakes. I do not because I'm the queen of heartburn. I just don't need that. Okay, we're going to now put in olive oil, 3 tablespoons. And then 3/4 cup of roasted walnuts. So I just roasted these on my cooktop in a cast iron pan. You can also throw them in the oven. As soon as you start smelling them, you really need to keep an eye on them. They can go from toasted to burnt in no time at all. All right, so that's all of our items. I apologize for the noise. And there we go. There we have it, the Muhammara. Obviously, you can customize this to your taste. If you want more pepper in it, you can throw in some more of the roasted red pepper. If you want it a little thinner, you can throw in a little more of the lemon juice or vinegar. It is, I think, one of the nice sauces that you can make, and so versatile. You can serve this as a dip, as an appetizer, throw it on some fish or chicken. It's really nice on a sandwich instead of mayonnaise. Lots of things you can do with it. So that was our demo. I'm ready. I think we're ready now to take any questions anybody has.
All right, and we're back with our segment to wrap up our show, which is, of course, top 5. So we've got a great top 5 for you guys today, and this one's focusing on your favorite pandemic activities. We asked you, and you responded. So yeah.
These were great. We actually had a lot of submissions for this survey. So maybe they might give you some ideas to still, to try at home. But really quick, Nick, what has been your favorite pandemic activity?
Oh, put me on the spot here. Oh gosh, I don't know. Netflix? No,
I love it.
Yeah.
That's actually, that's the truth, right?
Yeah,
Right. All of our pandemic activities, screen.
For the winter, at least. I will also say.
Screen use has gone way up.
Yeah, exactly. I would also say that we have a really nice deck space in our backyard.
Yeah.
And it was never really been used until last year, where we put all this effort in, and I'm looking forward to spring again and getting it fixed up and spending more time outside.
Ooh.
I feel like I didn't get to do that as much previous years, and last year just kind of opened my mind up to oh wow, we have this great space that we don't even use. This little patch of land that is really nice to do stuff in.
So now it's all fixed up?
It's going to need to be fixed up again. But,
okay. But but you guys started.
Now's the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So all right. So let's go. Let's start with number 5.
Okay.
And these are in sequential order this time, right?
This is.
Yeah.
We definitely had a clear winner here.
Cool. So number 5 is hobbies. So a lot of people talked about their different kind of hobbies that they're interested in and have been able to build on within the pandemic. So we have here Tai Chi, Sudoku, reading, line dancing, and then this picture is actually submitted by one of our viewers, Wendy Zinker. And this is a needlecraft hobby that she does, and it's really cool looking.
Yes, her quilt work is beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. I wish I could. I wish I could do anything with my hands.
So many talents out there.
But quilt work, I think it's just so nice because you have this big, beautiful blanket, and I know a lot of people use different things for the quilts. I've seen people use T-shirts throughout their, for it.
Right.
But just the beautiful colors and stuff that she used. A lot of people doing really nice quilt and needlecraft work.
Yeah, awesome stuff. All right.
Thank you, Wendy, for submitting that picture. So number 4 is arts. So people mentioned both fine arts, sketching, drawing, painting, and expressive arts, which writing short stories of poetry, playing music. So this is Jen Droblian doing her basic drawing. So if you are interested in trying drawing, this is just she does such a great job of walking people through, and this picture right here, you would be like, I can't draw that, but then everybody was able to draw it, at the end because she just walks you through. So we just have a lot of great programs that that can help you further, your fine arts abilities. And then we have so many 55+ members who sing, play music, play guitar, play harmonica. Play piano, and this is one of our open mic online shows where people are sharing their talents. So if you haven't checked one of those out, please do, because they're a lot of fun, and it just brings joy to to share your talents and to see other people's.
Absolutely. So. All of those folks in these virtual programs really kept our program alive throughout the past year. So we're thankful to them and excited what we get to do even more in the future. So moving on, we have our next one is helping others, and this is so cool.
Great. Yeah.
I feel like we have another underlying theme going on in our show today, and that is volunteering and helping others, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
So this is, people mention helping friends get to their doctor's appointments, helping friends' children with online learning, and then knitting hats and scarves and blankets for those in need. And these photos are actually pictures of projects from the needleworking group that is at Aurora Hills, right?
Yes. So this is the work of the Needlecraft group, and it might actually be some also from our other Needlecraft group that meets at Langston. We collected them, and then they donated them to different organizations in Arlington.
Wow, that's
so
awesome.
I mean, look how beautiful their work is.
I know.
Again, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I love seeing these kind of stuff. I love the submissions that you guys send in as well, to give us an idea of what's going on. Getting to hear from you, even though our centers are closed. Like
Yeah. And then this is just so great that people are, just helping others right now. That's, I guess, one of the positive consequences of this pandemic is a lot of volunteering and helping people out. People get through this.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
All right.
Oh, so the next one is number 2. And I feel like everyone's been doing a lot of this, cooking and baking, which is no surprise. So again, we have programs that can help with this, especially, the Master Food Volunteers doing their demos. I love Millie Chung sent this in earlier last year. It was her homemade sourdough bread, and she had never made bread before. But remember, everyone kind of was in this, like, it was a trend at the beginning of the pandemic to learn to make bread.
Yes.
And it's one of those things that intimidates me. Like, if people say it's so easy, but I'm like, it's making bread. I can't do it.
All I know is no matter how good I get at making bread, the bakery can do a better job. So
we got Best Buns down the street.
Exactly. I will be at Best Buns. Thank you. But yeah, that looks pretty amazing, and I'm impressed what people put together.
Yeah, it looks professional. Go, Millie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard of a lot of people like trying new recipes and going through cookbooks, and so I think it's great.
Yeah. And for our number 1 hobby is walking. So walking was a big, huge topic for what people voted on. It was our number 1, actually. So we've mentioned many times our walking groups on the show. And we've also done some interviews with them. We, of course, have our Aurora Hills Fast Forwards. We have the ones that meet at Madison, and there's many of options out there. And then there's also Walk Arlington, which is as well. And you were telling me earlier about some awesome stuff with their website.
Yes, and I just recently discovered this, which I can't believe I never looked at their website before. It's an extensive it's a great website. If you want to walk, they've got maps that you can print off. I didn't know that there was an Arlington Loop. There's a 17-mile Arlington Loop.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone's been on some part of it, but if you wanted to do the whole loop, it's 17 miles, which is quite a lot. But then everywhere in between, there are trails and hikes and walks, and it maps it out for you. So just lots of resources and great information on that website.
Absolutely, yeah. It's we're trying not to pat our own back too much, but I think our park system in Arlington is really incredible. The amount of green space that how we're able to maintain, being such an urban environment, and yeah, it's a great place to get out there and get walking for sure.
And especially now, since we're almost to spring and the weather's getting better.
Yep.
Go out and walk. I actually love that this was the number 1 pandemic activity.
Me too.
I think we all need the endorphins from the sun. We all need our vitamin D. Yeah. Speaking of National Nutrition Month, you can also get vitamin D from the sun.
From the sun. That's right. And be sure to get it. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us here on our show. Like we mentioned before, we'll be back on March 16th. We'll be talking we have some great stuff coming up on that show. We're talking about St. Patrick's Day genealogy. You're gonna hopefully be riding a smoothie bike, which is gonna be pretty fun, and an interview with the chair of the Alliance. So we'll see you all on the next show. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.